Omega-3s are a popular dietary supplement with $3 billion sold in the United States today. But consumers should be aware last month, a study published in scientific reports indicated that 69% of fish oil supplements tested had less than 2/3 the active ingredients listed on the label. Now, Dr. Elliot Brinton is an endocrinologist and lipidologist, and he joins us today with more on this study and a warning to consumers. And Dr. Brinton, first of all, welcome to Low Country Live. But should we really be worried about this new news about supplements and the ingredients that are actually in them?
The answer is yes. In fact, as bad as the thing is that you mentioned earlier about the lower content, there's something that we can't get around by just taking more capsules, and that's the fact that 92% of those dietary supplements had more oxidation or other forms of spoilage than allowed by international recommendations. And that to me is even a bigger problem.
Okay, so many people are taking these omega-3 supplements to treat conditions like very high triglycerides. What are very high triglycerides, and is taking omega-3 supplements the right way to treat this condition?
Triglyceride is simply fat, and of course we eat fat, we have fat on our bodies, sometimes a little too much, and then we have triglycerides that circulate in the bloodstream in a little package called a lipoprotein, along with cholesterol. If those levels are above 500, that's called very high triglycerides, and that's very concerning. It's a disease state, and we're told not to use a dietary supplement to treat a disease. And the reason is that dietary supplements are not always what they're stated to be. In fact, the vast majority of the time, they're not. And then we have prescription products, which are what they're stated to be, and it's a much better situation. We have this over-the-counter category, which is kind of in between. It's actually very tightly regulated by the FDA, like prescription products are, but there are no over-the-counter omega-3s. We either go prescription or we go dietary supplement, and the dietary supplements are just lacking.
All right, so people in people in health professionals, I should say, often call supplements over-the-counter drugs or OTCs. And why is this myth? Why is it so dangerous?
Well, it's dangerous because we do tend to fall into that. Even physicians do, and certainly the patient may not know the difference. The dietary supplements are just not regulated by the FDA, and the prescription products are. And over-the-counter, we don't have any over-the-counter omega-3s. So in this particular category, it's critical to talk to your doctor because he or she will be the only source of a prescription for omega-3. If that's what we need, we really have no business going to the grocery store and saying, I will treat my high triglyceride with whatever I find on the shelf.
So bottom line, before you take any action, especially after hearing this news, talk to a doctor and get the green light from him or her before you kind of self-medicate, right?
Absolutely.
All right. And where can we go for more information, doctor?
Two websites I really like. One is with the National Lipid Association. It's called lipid.org, Lipid.org. And then the American Heart Association has its website, heart, HEART.org.
All right, Dr. Brinton, thank you so much for joining us today on Low Country Live. And stay with us. We'll have much more right here in just a moment.